Hey everybody, DiamondVape back with you. Been a while since I've done any reviews. I've kind of got backed up on doing some actually. Excuse me. Been taking care of some personal situation that's been going on. Been out and trying to catch up a little bit, and thought I'd get this review out here. I've been in contact with a representative from ChinaBuy.com. That's BUYE.com, excuse me. I've been battling a cold too, so forgive me for my nasal deal. But anyway, been in contact with the guy, and he offering to send me something to do review. Everything I've reviewed up to this point has either most of it I bought, and only one other thing that I did, the Vape Mate that a friend gave me, and thought I'd do a review on it. But this is the only thing I've actually done that was given to me for review purposes, and it's kind of going back to old school for me, or for a lot of older vapors or vapors that's been doing it a while. But somebody new out there that's looking into it and wanting to get and learn a little bit about e-cigs, and hopefully make that transition from smoking to vaping, and get off the nasty deals. But anyway, it's from ChinaBuy.com. It's called the e-health cigarette. It's actually called their System V9, and had it for a little while, but we'll get into it, talk a little bit about it, vape on it a little bit, and I'll tell you what I think about it, my overall opinion on it. And there again, it was given to me for review purposes. It's not going to reflect my overall opinion of it whatsoever. I'll tell you if it's good, bad, whatever the deal is, to be upfront and honest with everybody. But anyway, let's get on with it, and we'll talk a little bit about the e-health cigarette from ChinaBuy.com. Alright, welcome back. Okay, back and doing. This is the e-health cigarette, what they call their System V9, from ChinaBuy.com. That's BUYE.com. And going over there looking on their site before I decided to do this review, they offer about 4 or 5 pages full of just e-cig stuff, from juice to pipes to these little kits that I got, that you can get them with a pair of them in it, or you can get them individual with one. This kit comes with 2 automatic batteries, and that's the downside to it to me, is you don't have an option to get a manual. I prefer manual batteries, but some people like just automatic. But my personal opinion, I would like that option. But it comes with 2 automatic batteries, 2 atomizers, and it comes with 10 pre-filled cartridges. The cartridges are the ones I got. I didn't check, or I didn't notice it being you can get any other kind of flavor other than traditional tobacco flavor. But you get 3 different milligram options in your nicotine. That's 0, low, medium, and high. It don't specify the milligrams other than being low, medium, and high, and 0. So I'm assuming that it's more likely 6, 12, and 18, because that's your your normal setup on those. So that's what I'm assuming. You might can dig in a little deeper and find out more. But it's a cool little setup. You get the automatic battery. It has a red tip. You get the atomizer, and then you get 10 of your pre-filled cartridges. And it's pretty well simple setup. You just take your atomizer, screw it into your battery, and then take your pre-filled cartridges, which has a little foil covering over the juice. So when you pop it in, it pierces it, so it releases and lets you heat up the juice. I got a good day out of it, and a little bit of the next day on a battery charge. It took about 2 hours to completely charge it, and the cartridges lasted me about 3/4 of a day normal vaping. And I went exclusively with these and left everything to the side, but to get a full to be able to give you a full review on these things and what how long they last. But it's a good deal, and you get the charging setup is pretty, you get 3 setups on your charging. You get the car charger, you get a USB charger, and then you get the wall charger, and it comes with the regular style receptacle plug-in. You get this with it, and this goes in there to convert it, and then your USB plugs in, and then your battery screws into here, and you get a charge. It'll be red and then turn green when fully charged. And what I meant when I said that we were going back old school with these is most folks that's been vaping a while has done stepped up to bigger things like an Ego style battery, Ego T, Ego C, all the Ego versions, the variable volt Egos, or your mods, and gotten away from these. But this style cigarette, or e-cig, a lot of new vapors or somebody that's want to convert or thinking about it want something similar to a real cigarette, and this does give you that. It's very lightweight, and it does look like a traditional cigarette, which is a good thing. The only difference is, a lot of them is going away from the red light and come out with, with the blue or whatever color. So a lot of folks don't get confused, but it does have the red light. Let's take a drag on this thing, and then we'll go over a lot of the nuts and bolts of the thing, the shipping, the prices, and all that kind of good stuff. It does give out real good vapor production from it, surprisingly so. And me saying surprisingly so, a lot of these you don't really get a good vapor from it. Not a good flavor, and the flavor is not so bad. I've had better and I've had worse, but as far as this goes, it's not really that bad. It does taste like a traditional cigarette, a real tobacco kind of. Maybe not quite as much, but it does have that that taste, so it's not so bad. I like the setup pretty good. I like the way it vapes. It vapes real good. The throat hit that I get from the pre-fills or from it is not very good. So that is the downside to it. But everything else seems to work pretty good as far as the flavor and the vapor production, and the battery life is not so bad. So I got a good day out of it. Like I said, the cartridges lasted me about 3/4 of a day before it really dwindled down and I had to replace. So that wasn't quite so bad. The good thing about this is the price that they have on it. The price on this setup, with everything I mentioned, is only $8.62. With free shipping. If you go regular airmail without tracking, it's free. It takes about 15 to 30 days to get, though. It took me about 2 weeks to get this in. But it does take about 15 to 30 days. You can upgrade with the regular airmail with tracking for pay $1.90, but it still takes the same amount of time to get. Or you can go with the DHL Express 5 to 8 days for $22. So even with that, with $8.62 and the $22.12, you're still looking just barely over $30. Still not a bad deal either way you go with it. But if you're not in a hurry and you got time or you got patience, unlike me, free shipping, 15 to 30 days, $8.62, and you get everything that I just mentioned, including all the chargers, 10 pre-fills, the 2 batteries. So really, really good deal. Would I recommend these? I would, for the simple fact is, it's not a bad product at all. Very lightweight, looks like a traditional cigarette. It vapes pretty good. It gives you good vapor production from it. It does lack the throat hit, and you can only get automatic batteries. So that's my only 2 downfalls in it. Other than that, I would recommend these. I'm not saying that because I got it for free. I'm saying it because it's not a bad product. From what I've experienced with it since I've been trying it to see how it does. It vapes really well. Tastes pretty good. And it does a good job. You might have to clean your atomizer out from time to time because it is a separate atomizer with it, but other than that, and other than being the 3 setup deal, it does vape pretty well. So all in all, yes, I would give it a recommendation of giving it a try if you can wait that amount of time or want to pay the extra to get it pretty quick. It's just the shipping time does take a minute to get, because it's coming out of China. That's what I got. That's it. It's called the eHealth cigarette from ChinaBuy.com. That's BUYE.com. $8.62, your option of the shipping. The thing says you can get 120 mouthfuls out of each cartridge, 150 mouthfuls on the full battery. Charging time on the battery is 2 hours. I did find that close to being true. It's just a little off to me a little bit. I don't think none of these last as long or does as long as they actually say they do, but it did give me a pretty good time on it. So overall, it is a decent product. It is a good product. I would recommend this product, but if you're new to vaping or if you're in a hurry, you might want to find them somewhere in the U.S. Pay a little bit more, but you get a good product as well too. But overall, not bad. Not a bad deal. Not a bad setup. For all this for $8.62, and the shipping is free. You know, if you just got time to wait, that's a good deal. That's what I got. eHealth cigarette from ChinaBuy.com. It's called the System V9. There again, whatever you got, whatever you're using, whether you get these, got mods, got whatever you use, whatever you're doing to keep you off the real deal, the real cigarette, that's the way to go. That's the best deal. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking that ride on the DV Express.